And it's Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio. We're in Philadelphia, Army-Navy Day, and we have a chance to talk with the representative of USAA, a great partner of the American Legion and the Army-Navy Game, and that is a Naval Academy grad, Tony Wells. Tony, good to see you. What's the event like for you?
Well, this is America's game, and so for us, it's very, very special. We were started by 22 Army officers back in 1922, so we understand the passion and the rivalry that goes behind Army playing Navy, and so, again, excited to be a sponsor and excited to continue to serve our military community.
Hey, it was great to see the captains of both teams. We work with the Army players on a year-round basis, but great to see the Navy captains here. Two of whom were going Marine Corps. I know you were a Marine Corps officer. What's it like to meet the captains of these two teams and the coaches at this event?
Well, look, these men are going out to serve our country. They're going to leave everything on the field next Saturday when they play each other. And I was really excited to hear that Malcolm would become a Marine officer. As a former Marine officer, I think there's no better calling than to be a part of our Navy Marine Corps team. So again, excited to see what happens on the field translate to how they serve our country once they get commissioned.
Absolutely great leaders on both teams. It's such a pleasure to get to meet them and tell their story. Now let's hear a little bit about your story. You were a basketball player at Annapolis, class of '86, and then you served in the Marine Corps. Maybe tell us a little bit about some of the steps along your Annapolis and Marine Corps path.
Yeah, 40 pounds ago I played Navy basketball, but I was telling the folks here today that anytime Army plays Navy, it's kind of America's game, no matter what sport you may tee off on. So I have a rich history, Army and Navy. In basketball, we played them 5 times over my four years here. We were very fortunate to beat them all 5 times, which is a small footnote to it. But the story really is around how when you're on the field or on the court, you have respect for each other, but you want to leave it all there. But the bonds that are formed last way beyond the time that you're playing. And I was saying that 20 years later, almost, when David Robinson, who was a teammate of mine, was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, a cadet who we had played against, Kevin Houston, was an unbelievable Army scorer, was part of our team that celebrated because we had held those bonds, Army versus Navy basketball, for over 20 years. So it's a rich history. Each of the teams, each of the players, coaches respect each other, but they know at the end of the day, there's nobody they'd rather have at their right or their left side if something bad goes down than an Army or a Navy football or basketball player.
Well, I saw Kevin Houston play basketball in college. What a great player he was. He could put 50 points on the board. Tell us, Tony Wells, if you would, about USAA. You guys have the best reputation for customer service. I work in the direct marketing, digital marketing trade, and you are often cited as an example of what right looks like. How do you do it?
Well, I really think it's about having a brand with purpose. I've worked at a number of different brands. I've been at USAA about 2 years, and what I know is that every employee at USAA, all 31,000, get up every day, and to a T, they can recite the mission of USAA, which is to serve our military community, ensure their financial security. I've, like I said, worked at other companies, and very often you can't get every line employee to tell you what the mission of the company is. So we just have the absolute best customers in the world. We're committed in terms of our products and service, making sure that they support the needs of the military community. And so it's easy every day to get up and go to work and do your best and put your all into something when you really believe in the mission. So again, I think USA's success is predicated on that we're a brand with a purpose and a mission that our employees really believe in.
Well, I know a great partner of the American Legion. Maybe just tell us, I know you're known for auto insurance, but you're offering a lot of different financial services. Maybe you could mention some of the services that are available to American Legion members and military families.
Yeah, so again, across the whole spectrum of financial products. So when you look at insurance, auto, home, renters, pet, personal property, when you look on the banking side, credit card, mortgage, consumer lending, auto, mortgage, and investments. So we really think that we, through our all of our products and services, can meet the needs of our financial needs of the military service. So if you haven't tried USAA, please check us out at our USA.com. We have a lot of folks because we opened up membership in 2009. So a lot of folks actually are eligible for membership and don't even realize that.
Yeah, explain that. I was going to ask you about the eligibility opportunities.
Yeah, the origins of the company were around military officers, but in 2009 we opened that up. So if you served honorably and you were enlisted, you can apply for membership. And the good thing is you don't necessarily need to get a product. You can call us up online, establish membership so that you can pass it down to your family, and you don't need to start initially with getting a product. You can just get the membership and then explore our products and services from there.
And you always have a big booth in the Fan Fest for the Army-Navy game. And what do you have in your surprises this year? You always have a very entertaining place to visit.
Yeah, so we're going to be tapping into some of the rivalry between the cadets and midshipmen. So they have a bunch of competitions that are going on pregame, and so we'll tap into that. We've got a couple of other surprises, but really excited just to be here and be a part of this. And as I said earlier today at our event, we have a lot of Academy grads, lots of Army and Navy personnel, family members. So back at the home office in San Antonio, there's a lot of hijinks that go on. We make it really, really festive. So for us, it's not just your normal kind of marketing partnership. There are a lot of folks that have blood, sweat, and tears in terms of what's going to be the outcome of the game.
Well, Tony Wells, so great to visit with you, an Annapolis graduate, a basketball player. Great to learn you played with Dave Robinson. That's neat. And an amazing representative of USAA, a great partner of the American Legion and the Army-Navy game. Great to see you here today.
Thank you. Go Navy, beat Army.
Okay, this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio in Philadelphia at the Army-Navy Media Day.